Hi, welcome to the Back to Basics Weight Loss Surgery channel. My name's Dana and I am your vlogger for today. My YouTube channel is MrsDanagerous. So the topic is this week is it's Christmas week and the focus is on our soul, feeding our soul. So the question is, what are you going to do to feed your soul? And it's really multi-parts a little bit, some ideas about, what are we going to do to feed our soul? What's our Christmas gift to ourselves? How do these gifts make us feel? So, typically the the week between Christmas and New Year's, my husband and I take off. And for the last several years, we have gone to kind of a wilderness area in the high desert of Arizona. We take we have a fifth wheel trailer and we go out there with just ourselves. And we spend 4 or 5 days in the middle of nowhere. It's a beautiful, beautiful place that has like 365-degree views. One side's a lake, another side is these rugged bluffs that tower into the background, and then the other two sides just these sweeping views of rolling kind of hills and mountains. And it's usually chilly, but it's very peaceful and quiet. And the mornings are beautiful. The evenings, watching the sunset and the way that the light strikes the rock is amazing. And it just is always something beautiful to look at. And it really is a time that does feed my soul. It allows us to get away and disconnect from a lot of things, spend a time with each other, spend time really kind of wrapping up the year in peace and quiet, and coming off a holiday of loveliness, and usually family time and friends and gifts and all of that sort of stuff that's wonderful about the holidays. But this time to kind of wrap it up in this quiet beauty is really wonderful. And it really does feed my soul. Usually we hike, and over the last few years, one of the fabulous things about my weight loss surgery journey is that I am able to walk. I mean, we started doing this several years ago when I was still very heavy, before I had my surgery, and I was able to do almost nothing. And now, literally, we can hike in and out of these canyons and go miles, and it's usually wonderful. So we have a really good time doing that. So, that really is probably my plans for feeding my soul and wrapping up my year. I don't do a lot of other kinds of things over the holidays. I probably should. I don't really volunteer. I don't, really practice random acts of kindness. I do have some specific things that I do as far as gifts for a couple of people who are needier, that are friends. They've become friends over the years, but I always make a special effort to make their holiday nice. So I do usually a big gift basket that has like a ham and homemade goodies and some special treats, and then small little gifts that are kind of, I would call them luxuries that this friend of ours does not get on a regular basis. And I know her, she's a very giving person, and she does shares those with people in her life, and I think it gives her some extra things that help her share the holiday spirit with other folks, so when they come over and things like that. So I do that. And we have our family in town, our children, our grown children, and I have a granddaughter and another new granddaughter who, by the time you're seeing this, she should be here, because she's due in mid-December. And so we're hoping to have a brand new, wonderful gift at Christmas, and that will be fantastic, and I'm sure we'll be so thankful for that. My Christmas gift to myself, I don't know what my Christmas gift to myself will be. Over the course of the past year, I feel like I have done a lot of rewarding myself and gifts to myself, some that require money and some that are not. They're just things that I do to be kind to myself. Typically over this holiday time, I will really think about what I want to accomplish over the next year and reflect and, what did I accomplish and then what are my goals. And so I try not to do New Year's resolutions, but I try to think about what are the big goals that I want to accomplish for the year. So that really is what the end of the year and the Christmas and holiday season will look like for me. So let's see, I think Janie asked us to share a goal for the week every time we do a video. I think I forgot to do that the last time I posted. My goal for the week, as we're recording this, we're entering the holiday season, and my goal is the holiday that is approaching to, practice mindfulness at each holiday meal. This is a time I know I can get carried away pretty easily. I have a tendency to go overboard with a lot of things, not just eating, but kind of excess. So, just mindfulness. Stop, pause, think about how do I want to feel at the end of the meal, and how do I want to feel, at the end of the day, and to enjoy treats in moderation, but not excess, and to balance that desire for, treats with the desire for how do I want to feel and at the end of the day. So that's my goal. It's not really smart, probably smart written, but what I'll do action, I'm going to try to pause, think, reflect before I put anything into my mouth. And at the end of the week, I will check and see how well I did for that. So I have an old video from last year that I took as I was out in this wilderness area, and I think I called it A Birth of a Rainbow. I posted it at some point on my channel. But I'm going to edit it in here to this video because I think it will give you a feeling about what this experience that I have in living in nature, and kind of how it feeds my soul, and the reflective time that I can have. So I'm going to tag it on to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoy it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, bye. So I'm walking, and I only have my iPhone on me, and I'm sure the picture's not going to do this justice, but I want you to see this kind of storm and low cloud that is rolling in front of these buttes. The buttes were all lit up a moment ago with the sun, bright red, and then in the shadows of the canyon you could see darkness, and then this cloud was with rain or whatever was over to the left, and they just slowly started encroaching. It's kind of an amazing thing to see. It looks almost like smoke. I'm going to try to walk closer and not make this horrible. I can't zoom this camera. Okay, I'm beginning to see the beginnings of some color, like a rainbow. Right directly in the middle of the center at the base, there's like a saguaro cactus that's sticking up. And as the cloud is moving behind that saguaro, there's some color of a rainbow, a very faint, misty coloration of the reflections of the moisture in that cloud. Really crazy, bizarre looking to watch this happen. We had showers earlier today, from the west, and then it cleared off and got sunny. And this is coming from kind of the northwest again. I'm going to pan a little bit so you can see the rain clouds that way. The sun is that way. It's going to be setting soon. I'm not going to point the camera at it. So this is more kind of the northeast. And like I said, it's just kind of amazing to watch this cloud drift over the front of these buttes. I can get more color. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Now it's just left to the top, just to the left of that saguaro, dead in the center of the picture. You can see color. It's like there's a fire of color coming from the ground with the smoke of the cloud all around it. It's about 4 in the afternoon, I think. Something like that. On December 27th, 2012. That rainbow is growing from the ground up. And this, as you can see, is other view. We've got sun and clear. Some more beautiful mesas over that way. The sun strikes on the buttes, and this is truly beautiful out here. Every direction you look is beautiful because you see the mountains. Lake Roosevelt is that way. You just see the water shining. It's very low. And there's my birth of a rainbow. So I've walked a little further up, not much, but you can see the rainbow is already beginning to dissipate as the smoke from the clouds continue to go through. I'm beginning to just see just the glow of colors. And, you know, for a brief moment, there was really something spectacular there. You know, I was out walking by myself. Dan's not feeling well. He's actually taking a little nap. I was lucky enough to see this. I had walked away from this and then turned around and looked up, and there it was in front of me. And something pretty spectacular. God has created some pretty splendiferous stuff for us to see. And I don't understand how it works. Science begins to explain it, but can never really fully show you the majesty of it. You know, I'm thankful that I'm able to walk and get out and, you know, get some exercise to see something so amazing. This is the desert of Arizona, but it is, we call it high desert. It's very beautiful here. Even when we don't see spectacular things like a birth of a rainbow.